Hey guys, welcome to the Professional Development Podcast. Today is episode 73. So we're doing something a little bit different where one of our episodes, we're just going to talk about current events and what's going on in our life. And then the others, we are actually going to pick a self-development topic. That way we can be more clear, concise, and kind of to the point on each of them. So today is just kind of shoot the shit. What's going on? Dan?
I mean,
you've been taking notes for an hour. You gotta have something. You gotta have something to talk about.
No, I wasn't taking notes. I was just I'm planning on scaling a little bit, so I was doing some numbers. That's it.
Do you care to share what you're planning, or just?
Well, no. I mean,
secret?
I brought on another business unit, and I'm seeing what they're able to do within the first couple of months. I mean, literally, technically they started January 20th or something, somewhere around there. And they're already profitable. So I'm like, why not just keep doing that now that we have a good process down?
Basically,
so I was just running numbers.
Fuel on the fire type deal.
Yeah.
So just if you could copy paste,
exactly.
another business unit,
then I can finally write my book.
Then you can write your book?
Yeah, copy paste. It's coming out. It's a good name for a book.
That's a great name for a book.
That is, for sure. There actually might already be one out there.
Wait, did you look it up?
I actually trademarked it, so you're going to have to pay me.
Okay, so I've got, whatever, I'm just going to jump into it. I got a little game that I want to play.
Oh, God.
No, it's not a game, but it's more about Dan and I were talking on Instagram last night, joking around, and we're like, what do you guys consider a flex? Whether it's on Instagram or whatever. And it's
well, here's the thing. Lately, everything I post, Matt's like, "Oh, you're flexing." I'm not flexing.
So Dan makes
literally
this post.
Everything I fucking post.
So here's the thing. You guys
flex.
tell me, flex or no. Dan asks, "Hey, can anybody do these things?" But subtly mentions "Oh, get the taxes done for the jet skis."
Okay.
Clean the boat.
Do you want to title your own car?
So I'm just saying. Is it a flex?
To me, that wasn't a flex. That was literally I don't want to deal with this admin shit. Brad knows my plates were expired for fucking 6 months because I don't do this.
I gave him so much shit. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? You claim to be making all this money, and you're that guy rolling around on the plates that are expired for 6 months.
Stolen car for sure. Yeah. So that one was, okay, how about this? Is it a flex? Posting on Instagram that he had 71 missed texts. With a caption, sorry, I just suck at texting.
No,
I forgot about that one. I saw that one. I'm like, that motherfucker, come on. You cannot ignore a text message. It's impossible to ignore a text message.
No, I don't even open some. Because here's the deal. By me doing that, I'm able to say sorry to all the people that I don't care enough about to respond to. All in one shot. So how is that a flex?
Sorry. So this is
So you never, so those messages stay unread, and you're just hoping that they follow you on Instagram.
I usually
your 300 followers.
At December 31st, I'll go through them all and just.
So you get to the. You
I had 230 messages by the end of the year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought that was just an accumulative of a day.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, less of a flex for sure.
I mean, I was taking a shit too.
Yeah.
So I was like, what am I going to do? I'm
overachiever, two things at once.
Gotcha. So, okay.
I'm just flexing.
So these are clearly people that are
baby.
not worth your time.
Definitely not a flex.
My sphincter.
Okay, definitely not a flex. Okay, and the last one, and how about this was also Dan, basically saying that he'll pay an administrative assistant $80,000, $40 an hour.
It's short-term work, right? So if you only have a couple weeks worth of work, then you overpay because it's not consistent work. True.
And him and I were just joking around about this stuff, but it's I'm curious, what is considered a flex on Instagram? Because Dan's if I'm really flexing, it's that's when I have the fucking yacht. That's when I got the jet. That's when I got.
There will be a time where I start flexing, and you guys will know, and there will be no going back because it will just be a constant flex.
I'm really excited. I feel like this is going to be the summer of Dan with Lake of the Ozarks,
not this year,
the boat.
Not this year.
Next year, maybe?
No, because I feel like Matt and I were talking about this. So I was if I was, I feel behind where I should be. And so, I don't feel like I deserve to flex. You know what I mean?
I mean, I totally agree with that. I told you this. I started my business later than I wish I would have in all reality, because I feel like I look at other people who are actually younger, who are doing more, but it's well, fuck, I really didn't start till 3.5 years ago. So it's I look at it in that perspective. But talking about flexes, my wife literally does not allow me to flex at all, because
Well, that's a different thing. I don't let my wife tell me what I can and can't do.
Damn, dude.
Flex, that's a flex. Another one.
That might be a little
Another one. Oh man.
flex on flex.
Oh, 70 degrees. Dan just fucking suns out, guns out.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was raw.
Laying it on deep.
That was raw.
Yeah. No, but seriously, like,
What do you mean by that? So is she?
So,
Does
like,
she are you
I
like,
mean-
I'm gonna post this, and she's like, don't.
yeah, kind
Okay.
of. So, like, I mean, I've had a really, really good month. Like, you know, on the books and like off the books. You know, like the the government doesn't
And
need
in
to
the
know.
bed.
Uncle Sam doesn't need to know.
Yeah, you know.
We get it.
But it's like, so like, I'll have like a stack full of shit and I'm just like restocked, you know, like, and I send it to her and she's like, don't show that to anybody. Like, you know, like I might send it to you guys, but like literally if I tell anybody else about it, she'll like chastise me. Like even like my own family, like just because I have like kind of a jealous sister. So there's
Well,
that part of it.
So here's the thing. I think we should define flex, right? Because there's a flex of I'm going to post shit so people think I'm cool. And then there's, hey, dude, I'm posting shit like the Rolex, you know my Rolex story, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Where like
Yeah.
I was buying one literally because I hit a goal that,
Yeah.
And then if I would have posted it, would that be a flex or would that be a like celebration to myself, right? But then everybody else would see it as a fucking flex. So,
Subjective.
you know what I mean?
It's-
Like posting your wins, is that a flex?
Social media in general is a huge flex. Like anything you post, it's like I want people to see this. Whether it's I think I'm funny, whether it's I just bought something, I have something,
My
I
grandma
look
died.
good. Yeah,
whether
my
it's
grandmother-
Matt's
yeah.
vertical
Oh my
leap.
god.
No, I'm just saying. There's
Oh
there's a
fuck,
flip
Dan!
side
My
to it.
grandma just died. Holy shit!
That's what I thought he was talking about.
Damn,
He's like,
dude.
He agreed with it, didn't he? He just kept going. Yeah,
I
my
should have waited until
grandma
Bobby made a
died.
big deal out of it, so I could have acted offended.
Oh no.
But yeah, I think it's all super subjective in that case. So one thing I want to shift gears on is so it's Women's History Month, right? You guys know that? Did you guys?
I knew that.
I
Okay,
mean,
we
yeah,
gotta cut
so,
that to just be
hold
like
on.
yes, as opposed to just like
All right.
Well,
Well, right,
here's the
ready?
thing.
Like-
I'm kind of baffled because I feel like we didn't get through with the fucking original conversation.
sorry.
You're just like, hey,
Cut it.
oh yeah, hey, we're in the middle of it. I want to switch gears,
My
and
bad.
let's dive
So
into this.
I'm also trying to figure out what I need to do because we're already 8 minutes into however we want to do.
But
So
if it's flowing,
I'll jump in on the flex deal.
Okay.
So I think
we'll cut that, Rich.
So me personally, I think a flex is anything that is above and beyond what average is. Okay? Because like society is painted out to create average people, right? So the stuff that we're doing, I look at as we're almost overachievers. Even though we feel behind, if you would post something like, I mean, Dan's thing didn't bother me. I mean, I had a guy doing an oil change in my brakes on my truck at the same time that I just threw some money at. So it's like, I get what Dan's saying. Like, we're at the point where we don't have time to do some of these things that are, I wouldn't say, like saying below us is
Well,
wrong, but it's like,
it's opportunity cost, like the episode last week where we could
Time's
do that,
money.
or we could fucking do something else that's
Yeah.
more important to us or more impactful for us.
yeah. So the way I look at it is anything that is above average that you maybe post about is probably considered a flex to somebody. Now, to us, like, that's not a flex to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Because-
but like,
because
okay, we
my
come in here
average is
and we do
different
like,
than
check it out, we're
normal.
on the pod today. Is that a flex? Is that a flex?
To some people, I think that's 100% a flex.
So I flex on him.
But the deal is like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. You know what I mean? That's not my responsibility per my Kitco, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, if I want to post my shit, like a lot of times I like to go back through my archive on Instagram and just like see, oh, I was at this conference or I did this. You know what I mean? Like I can see a story. It's kind of like going through my life over the last few years of like, you know, little
Yeah.
stories at a time that I may forget, you know? So some of it's for me. And
Well, so you guys know, since I started doing this, I think Sam Parr's podcast, one where I do the month in review that I've been sending you guys.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna post that on social media because you know how many people would just look at me like, who the fuck does this guy think he is? Like telling us all this stuff. Like I'm sending it to people that I think are on the same level that can push me to go even further.
So yeah, and just to give a little context of what you're doing, so they know what you're talking about.
So it's similar to like what Dan's saying. Like he looks back and reviews stuff, like probably in his phone or Facebook memories or something like that. So what I do is I sit down at the end of every single month. I literally pull up my phone and I go through all my pictures, videos, and I like just calculate everything that I've done from the beginning of the month to now. And it's everything from business to personal to just general goals that I have in life that I want to accomplish.
And how it matches up to the goals that you set for yourself this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do short-term goals, long-term goals, and then how I attacked both of those. So I think if I was to post that somewhere, people would for sure judge me because like people don't want you to win, but the people I'm sending it to are people who want me to win.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with quote unquote flexing. And if you use average as a baseline, then and you know, we strive to be above average, then everything we fucking do is a flex, right? Compared to the average. But you know, I do think that if you're going on renting a fucking car just to make a post, you know what I mean? That's a different level of bullshit. And so like if people want to hate on your life because you're just living how you want to live, then whatever. But if you're trying to create this perception of who you are, then I think that, yeah, that's fucking bullshit.
So something else that I think should go like noticed in this is like it's like what I think is total bullshit is like, oh, it's a flex. Like, look, I've got this. But what they don't see is it's like the tip of the iceberg type deal. Like, oh, they see what you've got, but they don't see all the fucking shit underneath that you've been doing so you could go get that. And I think that's where it's like, oh, well, he got lucky or, you know, look at this guy. And it's like, no, like I actually worked my ass off for everything I have. So I think, I don't know. I'm the type of person, I think you should be able to fucking flex every single one of your fucking wins.
Yeah.
And that's just how I am.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong
What
with
do you
it.
have against flexing? Because you've clearly been attacking me with flex
I just
stuff.
thought it was funny. It's just a joke, flex, Dan. It's just a joke.
Every joke has some truth to it.
Every joke has some truth to it. Congratulations, 71 texts in a day. Guys, I'm too fucking popular. Sorry. I'm too busy to answer your shit. But just know I've got 71 texts.
Just know
even though 69 of them are from this group right here.
No, actually, you guys are on Do Not Disturb, so those don't even count towards that.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's actually a lot.
Well, good to know.
It's actually a lot.
Okay, so speaking of working your ass off, okay, Kim Kardashian, did you guys hear this? She was interviewed for Women's History Month, and she says she has the best advice for women, and it's to, quote, get up off your fucking ass and work hard. So that's Kim K. Who, I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on it? Because obviously she works, she's in a lot of things, but also she was born into a boatload of money. Also, she didn't become really popular until that sex video.
Ray
and I
J.
can tell you firsthand that she didn't work for shit in that video.
No, that was all
That
Ray
was-
J.
yeah.
I never watched it. Matt,
I checked it out.
Yeah,
Fuck off.
it's on your favorites.
Same.
So I would say she probably does work harder than you think because everything's so fake. It takes a lot of work. Like I don't believe the Kardashian show is, I think it's like 10% real. I think every fucking story scripted. So they have to go through all that shit. She's got multiple businesses that fall under her. So I do think she works pretty hard.
I think that they've just created like such an empire that like she does probably work her ass off, but she also has probably like 20 people underneath her that are just like making sure shit's fucking going perfect.
it's their
So from one
copy-paste.
person on top of her to 20 people underneath her.
Yeah.
It's their copy paste scenario that you were talking about. Like those kids, their kids will all be plugged into that shit at
Oh,
some
yeah.
point. They'll all have their own line of something. They'll all have their sneaker brand, their makeup brand, whatever brand that they like. They will be able to create that just because of who they are. So I don't think there's anything really special. Maybe here's the thing: is Kim Kardashian? She probably works really hard, but she's also part of a copy paste type scenario herself.
Yeah, it's interesting because like I don't know, obviously, like we don't know what's actually behind the scenes. But what I do know is she's on such a public platform that like probably working when most people wouldn't think you're working. Like showing up to all these events, like constantly under the media, like probably, but just not, I just don't think work in the context that we would normally put it.
So do you have a problem with her saying, get off your ass and fucking work hard?
No, I don't have a problem with it. I wanted to bring it up because there's a lot of controversy, like quote unquote controversy. Like a lot, like if you look on Twitter, it's like whoever posted that it got ratioed the fuck out of
Mhm.
because people were like, what the fuck are you talking about work for? Like, you got born into this. Like, congratulations. You fucked Ray J, put it on video, and now you're fucking famous, right? Like, all this other stuff. So I figured I'd just get your guys' take. I got no problem.
Okay, I don't want to switch gears too much. It's still
Do
about
it.
Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
But have you guys seen this beef that Pete Davidson and Kanye have right now?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I'm here
No?
for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Skeet Davidson.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like they're like basically getting in like text message fights. Like Kanye's like calling him out, like Pete Davidson saying "Meet me here, bro," and all this stuff. Well, Jake Paul offered Pete
Yeah.
Davidson and Kanye $30 million each plus pay-per-view if they would fight. So do you think it's gonna happen?
Hell no, because dude, $30 million to Kanye is a fucking 50 cents. He's worth $6 billion.
I'm just saying. I think it's
30 million
fucking crazy that
Pete
like
Davidson.
yeah, and like it's just
I mean, I
crazy
would
to think
definitely
that
take
Jake Paul
Kanye
like
in a
calls him
fight.
out and says $30 million apiece. Let's go. Let's settle this like men
Yeah.
instead of like fighting on text messages like high school kids.
Yeah.
Skeet
There's a lot
Davidson.
of Twitter happening. There's a lot of screenshots from Kanye.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Kanye calls him Skeet Davidson and says he's going to be known forever as Skeet Davidson instead of Pete Davidson. And he actually posted on one of his posts he made fun of Pete Davidson's tattoo of Hillary Clinton, which definitely didn't age well.
What I thought was funny is Kanye's like, "Where you at, man?" And he sent us a picture. And
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like in your wife's bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I mean,
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I mean, actually, that's
all's fair.
Yeah, all's fair in that scenario. That shit's hilarious though. But speaking of fights, Elon Musk challenged Putin to a fight to the death. What
love it.
do we think about this?
Who would win
I actually think Putin would win.
if it was just straight up hand to hand?
I think
Putin's a
Putin,
pretty little guy.
dude,
He's fit
combat.
as fuck. He's like 70 years old and he still plays hockey like every day. Like that
He's-
motherfucker would.
I'm sure
Elon's never been hit ever in his
I'm
life.
sure he's combat mode too. I'm sure he has hand-to-hand combat training and shit.
Yeah.
I would take Putin. How tall is Putin?
Putin's got to be shorter, but I bet Putin's like
Dude,
taking a hit.
But
before.
Manny Pacquiao would beat the shit out of you, Matt, and he's only like 5'5".
Manny
We'll never
Pacquiao
know.
would beat the shit out of a lot of us.
We'll never know.
Unless it was a street fight, maybe.
So
You tackle him.
it's not showing up, and it makes me think that like he dumps a lot of money into people making sure his height isn't on the internet.
He wears lips.
There's
for
no
sure.
way you can't. Hold on.
I mean, all it's like shit that's posting up is like
I feel like
him
every
standing
world
next to
leader
Trump,
is like at
and
least 6
Trump's
foot
like a
tall.
head taller than him.
Yeah, but Trump's
Trump's
huge.
tall. He's like
Yeah.
6'4" or 6'5" or something like that.
Putin is he's shorter than me. I've looked it up before because I wanted to be sure.
How tall are you?
He's
I
five-
thought Rich was
he's
gonna be like, I met
5'6".
him one time.
He's 5'6".
He's basically 5'7". So 170 centimeters is what I pulled up, and I converted that to inches, which is 66.9.
5'7". Elon Musk is 6'2". I mean, that's tough, dude.
I don't know.
Have
I'm
you
with
ever seen
Dan.
that
I think-
picture of
I think
Putin riding
wins.
that horse shirtless, man? He's got some pecs.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
some. It's not that hard.
I heard
When you're
Bex bring the
fucking
sex.
5'7".
To get pecs?
It's all condensed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at Dan.
Dan's
He's
got-
all pecs.
Dan probably
Pecs bring
puts
the
up
sex.
as much as I do on
Pecs
bench.
bring the sex.
'Cause it's
And-
all.
Hey,
Hey,
so,
I do.
wait,
put-
wait,
I
wait,
do
wait,
okay
wait,
on
wait, wait,
bench.
wait,
don't I?
wait. So
He's
you
got
guys,
short arms.
you guys all saw like the reply all Dan had today, right? And like his ID. Did anybody else zoom in to see what Dan put on his ID for height and weight?
No.
What?
No.
205.
205. Is that right?
No, it's like 210.
Okay. I was just curious.
It's not that far.
Wait, what's the height though?
5'7".
Yeah.
I am 5'7". I just got blood drawn, and they checked my height, and I was certified at 5'7".
How's that cholesterol?
I don't know yet. I
Damn,
have to
bro.
get the results back. Not worried about
Sal's
it.
laughing at your height over there, Dan.
It's all right.
I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
I'm tall. I'm sorry.
This is where Dan makes a joke where you want to measure my wallet.
No.
See how tall I
Stand
am
on the
when I
wallet.
stand on that shit.
Hey, that's not my.
That would be a flex.
Well, no. That's actually not my joke. So some billionaire went to hit on a girl at a bar, and she's like, "Ugh, sorry, you're too short for me." And he took his wallet out and he threw it on the ground. He said, "Am I too short now, bitch?" He stood on it.
That's a real story?
That's a real story.
I like it better
forget
when
who
it
it
was
was,
an
though.
OG DG, though.
No.
Just copy paste it.
Yeah, copy paste all day.
Yep.
I mean,
Instead
what do
of-
you think
instead
my
of a girl at the
cholesterol is?
bar,
I'm literally
just
wearing a shirt with fucking pizza on it.
copy and paste it. Take this story, instead of a girl at the bar, it's just a ride to get on at Six Flags. Just, sorry, buddy, you're too short to ride this ride. Dan throws out his wallet.
How about now?
I own this ride.
Yeah. Oh fuck! What else you guys got?
Oh man.
So real quick, I brought on another employee, which like basically, I've talked about like hiring people and not hiring people. Brought this girl in. She's like 19, came in for her first day today, and it was like awesome because like I was like, man, I don't know, like because she's real entry level.
Mhm.
I left today and I was like, gosh, we got so much shit done today. So already a win. And we're just so busy at work. I'm getting ready to buy. I purchased one machine for automation last week, waiting to see how this contract shakes out with one of my new customers. And basically, as soon as I find out their annual usage, I'm probably going to buy another machine like
Fuck yeah.
instantly. So
That's
There you go.
badass.
cool stuff for me.
Yeah,
Scaling up.
look at you in a manufacturing industry showing some D&I.
Dude, I definitely
Huh?
think now's the time in manufacturing because they're not getting it from overseas as much, or it's harder to get it from overseas. Then now's the time to get your brand out.
Yeah, I mean, the supply chain is literally playing straight into my hands right now. So I
Mm-hmm.
can't complain.
It's interesting you've never had a hard time finding materials.
So that's not true. Like at the end of last year, we struggled to find material. We were like 12 weeks out on some stuff, but I'm just like the type of guy where I'll like call 12 people and find where I can get the material. So I got lucky. Some people I think are just lazy when it comes to that.
So since we're talking about just like little business stuff, just a side thing. So February was my first month doing the Airbnb, and
Oh, you got to tell your first Airbnb story.
did I tell that already?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you-
told
okay.
that. Yeah.
I wasn't here.
But short story here, I just found out, okay, do I do short-term rental? Which is Airbnb? Do I do long-term rental? Well, not much of a hassle, and I made way more, and this is the first month off of Airbnb than I would this other shit. So it's like I probably like market rate for my place is probably like $1,250 a month, and I made over everything paid out. I made over $2,200 for the downstairs unit of my place, and that's not having it like it's a little over 50% capacity. It's also the prices are super low because I'm trying to jack my ratings up. So I'm assuming when it's all said and done, I'll probably be able to like make $1,800 to $2,000 more doing it this way than the other way. I got to tighten some things up, but it's showing to be.
Is that after debt service or
What's that?
is that after making your mortgage payment?
So no, so this is just I'm saying what I would charge normally.
Like if you were to rent it out,
Yes.
he would get $1,250 a month with a tenant, like
With a
for a
tenant.
year
Okay,
lease.
okay.
Yes, $1,250 a month with a tenant as opposed to $2,200, which there's only like $350 left on the payment if you're looking at the mortgage or whatever. But good, obviously not like fucking making a killing on the first one, but that's never the goal. It's just like iron out the processes so I can copy and paste this for every other Airbnb that I do moving forward.
Copy and paste.
Copy paste.
Copy paste.
Trademark.
Just pick up my new book in 2026. Well, that's cool because I'm hoping to close on that building here in the next 30 days, and I'll need your help with Airbnb.
Yeah.
You think it'll rent?
Yes. In the Grove, for sure.
All right, cool.
Show.
For show.
What else? Bobby, what do you got?
I was just at the Players Championship over the weekend,
Oh, yeah,
so
that's cool.
I had a vendor that hooked up some tickets overlooking the Island Green there on 17. So got hooked up there. Weather was miserable, but it was awesome. The wind was gusting like 30 miles per hour into these guys' face, and there were so many water balls, so it was just absolute chaos. So I've just been trying to recover from that because as far as just work-wise, has been really busy because I was out since Wednesday of last week. So playing some catch up here this week, but it was worth it for sure.
For sure. That's
Nice.
badass.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are we good?
I mean, this is the
Cool.
first shoot the shit.
First shit to shit,
episode.
not bad. We're running right at about 20 minutes, probably 24 minutes, a couple less after cutting out all the shit that we fucked up on earlier. So yeah. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Otherwise, we will talk to you next Tuesday. Deuces.
See ya.
Do we still do this bye thing?
I don't know.
It's so weird. We're not going anywhere.